Good morning, everyone. Hi. If you would please join us in hymn number 68, and thank you so much, Cindy, for cantoring. Yeah, let's do it.
Good morning. Excellent. My name is Annie, and I serve as the president-elect of the Board of Trustees for the Unitarian Universalist Church here in Spartanburg. Welcome to this place. We strive to be a beloved community of warmth, of love, and support across all of our differences. This is a welcoming congregation where everyone is welcome, just as we each are. If you are visiting with us this morning, welcome. We would love to meet you and share some about the life of our congregation. Visitor cards may be found in the pocket of the back of the chair in front of you. Please feel welcome to fill one out and place it in the offering during the service so that we can better connect with you. All right, a couple announcements, and by a couple, I think I mean 4. So, UU Thanksgiving dinner. This past Thursday, more than 60 folks gathered, yes, I know that's a lot, gathered here at the UU, and thank you to our gracious hosts of Ruth Stanton and Rick Hannenberg, and to everyone who shared food and spirit to make the holiday fun. All right, there is also a UUCS Intergenerational Supper Club. It is exciting that we have 5 supper clubs organized to participate in this inaugural round. We will have an abbreviated kickoff today after the service, so if you signed up, please make your way to the front in the sanctuary at the end of the service. And if you missed signing up for any reason, you can still make your way to the front, stay for this informational meeting, and we will get you connected. And if for some reason you are interested and cannot attend, please talk to Ann. All right, social justice for the holidays. We are jumping right in. Good UUs we are. So we are making fleece scarves for the homeless and for others in need, and that is today, right after the service. It is going to be in the fellowship hall. We have the fleece. If you have good sewing scissors that just happen to be with you, great, bring those. If we don't finish all of them, we will complete this at Crafts Coloring and Conversation on Wednesday, December 18th at 1:15. You can also, as of today, find the giving tree in the entrance. And please check out the Happenings, the Unison, and the Connect for details on all of the wonderful things that we are doing social justice-wise this winter. And last but certainly not least, Teddy Bear Sunday is coming. So it is a beloved Sunday here. So next Sunday, December 8th, please bring a gently used or brand new stuffed animal to the service. We will collect these to be given to children who need reminding that they are loved. This is a great time to go through your collection at home and to donate stuffed animals that also could use a little extra love. If you have any questions, please see Virginia. Thank you all for making this a place of warmth and welcome, always.
Be still, my soul, and steadfast. Earth and heaven both are still watching. Though time is draining from the clock, in your walk that is confident and quick has become slow. So be slow if you must, but let the heart still pay its true part. Love still as once you loved deeply, and without patience let God and the world know you are grateful that the gift has been given.
Please join us in hymn number 349, We Gather Together.
We gather together in joyful thanksgiving, acclaiming creation's whose bounty we share. Both sorrow and gladness we find now in our living. We sing a hymn of praise to the life that we bear. We gather together to join in the journey, confirming, committing our passage to be a true affirmation. Then joy and tribulation, when bound to human care, and now hope we are free.
Good morning. We are going to do an interactive thing today. So I have baskets that have paper leaves in them. They look like this, and on the back, they're white. And you're going to do something on the back, but I'm going to pass these baskets around. I want everybody to take a leaf. Will you help me pass them out? Will you help me pass the baskets out? There we go. There we go. You want me to pass one right there? Give one to them? All right. Once you have your leaf, I want you to use the pencil in the pocket in front of you. Or if you have a pen, you can take that out and use that as well. I want you to write down something that made you smile today. Something that made you happy. It can be a small thing. For example, when I put this sweater on this morning, it made me smile because it reminded me of when I got it. Thank you. I bought it a couple of weekends ago with some friends, and I got it from a thrift store for 50 cents. And putting this sweater on reminded me of that. A simple little joy. I know that you know Halloween is my favorite holiday, but what you might not know is that Christmas is one of my least favorite holidays. I don't know if it's the shorter days and longer nights, or the astronomical amount of consumerism, but this time of year, I have to work extra hard to find things to make me smile, to be grateful for. #blessed. And so when I think about these small little things, like putting on a sweater, or it's Red Cup season at Starbucks, those are the things that I can be grateful for and I can remember to be happy about. Because this is a hard time and this is a hard season for some people, especially this year. So, what we're going to do is you're going to write down something that made you smile, and when we come up in a little bit for the rippling bowl, you will hand them to me and Martha, and we will put them on our gratitude tree. I also have a blessing I want to read to you. I didn't plan on doing this, but it came in my inbox the other day, like on Thanksgiving, I think. It's by Kate Bowler, who is a professor at Duke and just a fabulous writer. So this is a blessing for you this Thanksgiving season. I am struggling to find my way toward gratitude this Thanksgiving. Help my heart find joy, for you know how much I need it. Come meet us in our needs that weigh us so heavily. Blessed are we who come just as we are, with our loneliness and loss, our scarcity and sorrow. Blessed are we who say there is just not enough, though we're not even supposed to say it today. There is just not enough to go on, not enough money to pay bills, not enough jobs, nor safety for those who have them, not enough wisdom to find solutions, not enough strength or comfort or connection. Things are just harder now. Blessed are we who say, could you come meet us here in this place, the place of need where our feelings don't match the day. Blessed are we who hear you saying, come to me, all who are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. And we come. And somehow there is rest and gladness for tiny, tiny graces. So now we will participate in the Rippling Bowl, a place that reminds us our sorrows are lessened and our joys are expanded in this community. So place a shell in the water for all of your sorrows and all of your joys, because it takes both sorrow and joy to live a full life. I will place one for those who are joining us virtually or not here this morning. Come.
Good morning. This church has a covenant that guides the ways in which we live with one another. It guides the ways in which we support not only this community of faith, but also the wider community. We truly embrace these words and we strive to live by them, knowing that sometimes we fall short, but we try again the next day. The words are intentional and taken seriously as we strive to create the world that we know is possible. So please join me in saying the living words of our covenant. You can find that in the order of service or on the live stream. With courage, we say, we are a people of faith and hope. Together we covenant to strive to become our better selves, to honor both the critical mind and the generous heart, to prove that diversity need not mean divisiveness, and to respond to systems of violence and oppression with the power of a love beyond belief. We are now at that sacred place in our service where we greet one another, and we invite you to participate in whatever way is most comfortable for you. If that is staying in your seat, please feel welcome to do that. If you want to exuberantly greet one another, you can do that too. Just make sure the person you are standing in front of is open to receiving that type of greeting. If you're joining us virtually this morning, please take a moment to reach out to someone on your mind. And when you hear Max play a few bars, please head back to your seats so we can continue the service.
All right, here we go. Here's my original song. It's time to sit down. It's time to sit down. I know you want to chat. I know you want to hug. But it's time to sit down. It's time to sit down. Go back to your seat. It's time to sit down. Yay.
This beloved community cares deeply for each other and our wider community in the world. It truly is amazing to see all that is done from this place that ripples out and co-creates the world we know can be. We are given so many opportunities to share our many gifts, gifts of time, gifts of talents, and gifts of financial resources. And all of them matter. All of them make a difference in this world. So in addition to fueling the great work done by this congregation, each month we also share the plate with another organization. This month, our Share the Plate will go to one of our sibling congregations in Western North Carolina, the UU congregation of Swannanoa Valley. We have all seen the devastation that Hurricane Helene left behind, and many members of this congregation experienced significant damage to their homes, so these gifts will assist in their recovery efforts. Half of all loose gifts and all designated gifts will go to this congregation. I invite you to share your gifts now.
Justice was our battle, and how justice was denied. Make them hear you, make them hear you, and say to those who blame us for the way we chose to fight, that sometimes there are battles which are more than black and white.
This past year, we went through a long discernment process as a congregation to develop a new mission and vision for our congregation. And many of those things that we talked about are being implemented, sometimes in ways that we may not always notice because they're just unfolding in front of us. Sustaining and expanding our social justice work, for example. We have multiple opportunities today to engage, and then again, this Wednesday there'll be a social justice meeting to talk about all kinds of stuff that we're going to work on in the new year. So please feel welcome to come. That is something that everyone's invited to. Another aspect of that is developing more and more intergenerational activities in our congregation, including worship. And our new director of religious education, Virginia McLean, has a wealth of experience and background and training in how to do that. You can see the beauty that that brings to us. So we have a time of silence every Sunday. And silence is a funny thing because sometimes we take it as the absence of sound, which it almost never is. But silence is also the space in which we hold each other, whether there's sound or not. So as we share silence today, I want to do it with gratitude for all of those parents who have the courage to bring their kids into the sanctuary, not knowing what is going to happen in the hour to ensue or how they will be received. And I want us to hold silence in gratitude for all of us who have the wisdom to remember kids are welcome here with all the sounds that they bring, because we also bring really weird sounds with us. Share silence with me as we hold each other. Very beautiful. Thank you all. We have a rowdy group of young men, sometimes boyish men, in this congregation who have asked that we talk about spirit this month. Their meaning is particular and shall be addressed, but we are working with this theme this month to talk about the spirit that fills us, especially when we may feel distant from that spirit. We may not initially feel it. And today we want to talk about gratitude. So this is an intergenerational service. I want to invite any children who would like to come down to join me in the front, and no one is going to discriminate on your self-definition as a child. Children of all ages are welcome. And if I'm left here alone, then you will all be initiated into the rites of childhood.
Who's coming with me?
Right. what I want to ask us to do as we gather is to make a circle and to see if we can put our feet together. See if we can touch all of our feet. Right, get it in, make a circle. Yeah? Put these feet together. Y'all make space for the rest of us. Okay. Stick them together. There you go, good job. Come on. Let's all scoot 2 times that way. Watch out behind you there, Jennifer. All right. This is not a circle. Pull in, Jack. I know math is hard for you, but Jack is an extremely successful accountant. Okay. Today we're talking about gratitude, and my first question is, what is gratitude? What does gratitude mean? Does anybody know? What is gratitude?
It means being thankful for everybody.
Being thankful for everybody.
Yeah.
Gratitude means being grateful, being thankful, right? So let me just ask, and I'm really interested in your thoughts. They can be the same ones that you wrote on your leaf if you want, but I'm just curious. What are you grateful for? Anybody? Anybody in this circle and in the bigger circle that wants to call out? What are you grateful for? Breakfast in bed. Now I'm overwhelmed by the spirit of envy. To find gratitude again. Yes, somebody giving us food that we love, but also the person, right? The warmth and the care, the intention. Wonderful. What are you grateful for? What do you feel gratitude for?
A place to live.
A place to live. Yes. That's huge. We have so many people just in this city and in our county and certainly in our nation, our world, who don't have a place to live. It's a really big problem. To have a place to live is something to feel grateful for. Yeah. Especially when it's cold like this, right? Goodness. Yes, sir. Say it again. Your chickens. Tell me about your chickens that you're grateful for. Do they have names? What are their names?
I can't name all 11 of our chickens.
Lucy?
Lucy, Coco.
Coco?
Lemon died all of them.
Lemon when Lemon was with us? Lucy, Coco, Lemon. Are there other chickens or 3? There are even more. 11 chickens. Yes. 12 disciples and 11 chickens.
Last night the dogs got into their food.
Wow. Well, if the dogs can just stay in the food and away from the chickens, that'll be good. Yeah, and why are you grateful for the chickens? I'm really curious. What makes you feel grateful for the chickens?
Some eggs.
Eggs? So they help feed you? Really good eggs too, right? Better than in the grocery store. I bet they're beautiful too. Yeah? They're really beautiful to look at.
One time, one dog tried to save the chickens, and one dog tried to kill them.
The dogs couldn't decide whether they wanted to eat the chickens or save the chickens, but one of them helped. Is that what you're telling me? I feel grateful for the dog that helped.
One of them is a farmer, and the other is a protector.
Yes. I hope that we can choose to be the dog that would protect, that would save. We can all choose the dog inside of us, can't we? Very good. Yeah. What are you grateful for? Anybody else? What are you grateful for?
Thankful for my cat.
Your cat? What is your cat's name?
Good Friday.
Say it again.
Good Friday.
Good Friday. Your cat's name is Good Friday? Whatever name your cat has, we're glad for it. Anybody else? What are you grateful for? Hugs. Hugs. To feel connected to somebody and warm, to be loved. Anybody else? Gratitude. Food. Absolutely. It's been a good weekend for that. Good. Well, let me ask you this. When you feel grateful for food or shelter or hugs or chickens or what else do we say? Cats, dogs, or something else? Said food. Place to live. When we feel grateful for these things, how do they make us feel inside? Happy? Why does it make you feel happy? They help make a life, right? They help give us life. Yeah, these are not just extra things. They really matter for us. And that feeling of happiness matters for us too, right? Well, let me ask you this. Can you see your chickens right now? Or your dogs? Are you in your house right now? No. Are you eating food right now? Is anybody actively hugging you right now? How is it that you can still feel, oh, there you go. That was good. How can you still feel grateful for these things even though they're not right in front of you? Thinking about them? Remembering them? And how can they make you feel good even though you're not experiencing them right now? How is that possible? Memory? And kind of trust also, right? You know those things are there. They've helped you so far and they'll help you again. Yeah. Say it again. They're in our hearts. They're in our hearts. You know, one of the things I'm grateful for is up above us. Everybody look up. What do you see?
I see the roof.
The roof, the church, a bunch of wood, the four corners, four directions, the lights. Yeah, you know, people who I did not know had the wisdom to say, we should build a place where people will be welcome. And they built this beautiful place where we can gather. Sometimes I just look up and look at all of that beautiful wood, those beautiful beams, how strong they are, and I think, man, people have built some strong things to help me have a life, and I feel so grateful. And then there's something else I'm grateful for when I look up. What might I be grateful for if I looked up into the sky? The atmosphere. What else? The sun. Do you see the sun? No, we can't see the sun, but I feel so grateful for it. The sky, and beyond the sun and the sky, the night, the moon, the stars. It's so beautiful. I feel so grateful to be part of it all. When you look up at this ceiling, can you see any of that?
No.
How do you know that it's there?
We see the light.
The light gives you a clue that it's there. You see a little hint, a little trace. You've seen it before. And your imagination lets you know it's there, right? And you remember how it made you feel, how beautiful it is. And you can feel flooded with all of that beauty and gratitude, even though you can't see it. So look up into the night sky that's beyond the light of the sun, that's beyond that ceiling, and just close your eyes. Everybody look up and close your eyes. And bring to mind something that you are grateful for, that gives you life, that you can't see right now. But it is so beautiful. It is so trusted. You cannot see it, but you know that it gives you life. And let gratitude flood you now. That happiness that Martha told us about. Let's go back to our seats. I shared this story with you before, but I think it's worth telling again. It was a man, many decades ago now, was living in a divided world. And the divisions of the world were against him. They did not mean his well-being. They meant ill for him. And he strove in that world to try to draw the world together. And somehow every time that he and others would try to draw that world together, it would splinter apart again. It was as if the very effort to pull it together would provoke other forces to push it apart. He worked so hard at this. And when he worked hard at this, people who said they were his friends and would help him took advantage of him. They took some of the money that he earned. They bound him in contracts that kept him working in relationships that weren't good for him. And still he kept trying. And then he recorded a song that was meant to give hope. And when he recorded this song, the recording executive, whose job it was to promote this song, was so dissatisfied with the song that he tried to pan the recording and not have it released. Did nothing to distribute it or advance it. The power of the song got out. In the month that this song topped the charts in the United Kingdom, Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated. And again, only a few months later, Robert Kennedy was assassinated. This man sang this song constantly, having hope taken from him. But over and over again, summoning with this song gratitude, a love, a power to keep going, to keep trying to bind the world, to create healing, even when he could not see what he longed to see. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by.
See how you do.
If you would please join me in hymn number 18, What Wondrous Love.
So be slow if you must, but let the heart still play its true part. Love still as once you loved, deeply and without patience. Let God and the world know you are grateful that the gift has been given.
What other benediction or cause for hope than the leadership of these young women?